Causes of conflicts at the workplace. Conflicts can have a very big impact on productivity. Conflicts are inevitable at the workplace. So, what are some of the causes of conflicts at the workplace? Now, workplace conflicts can be inevitable in an organization. In an organization where we have a complex landscape with professional interactions, conflict can arise due to different factors. Some of these factors are deeply ingrained into the nature of human dynamics. Understanding the underlying causes of workplace conflicts is the first step towards effectively managing these conflicts and preventing them. Number one cause of conflict at the workplace is communication breakdown. Communication is a very important aspect of work or a team. If you are working in a team, for example, you are in a football team, there is need for good coordination and communication between the defense line and the midfielders and the attackers. When there is no communication, for example, when the defender is not talking properly with the midfielders, this can lead to misunderstandings, misinterpretations, and misinformation, and this can be a recipe for failure for that particular team. Another example is the sales team. If the sales team is not communicating properly, if there is no clarity on the objectives, if there is no clarity on the approach that they are using to conduct their activities, this can be a major cause of communication breakdown, and this can lead to major conflicts. So conflicts will arise when there is a lack of clarity in terms of expectations and directions or feedback. When people are not getting feedback from their team leaders or their colleagues, this can lead to frustrations and disagreements amongst the team members. I will still give the football example. When the defense line is not getting feedback or correct feedback from the midfielders, they will start feeling overwhelmed with the workload, and this can often lead to frustrations and disagreements, and it's a recipe for chaos and conflicts in that particular environment. So it's important to understand that communication should be conducted or should be carried out properly to avoid conflicts, and it also helps to avoid conflicts from escalating into larger issues that can affect the productivity of the team. Then number two, we have differences in terms of work style and approaches. I will still use the example of a football team. Inside a football team, we have diversity in terms of people. We have people with different styles of playing football, and they have also different approaches and personalities. Inside a football team, we have people who like shouting, but at the same time we have people who are cool, people who have a calm demeanor. And when it comes to that, problem solving abilities are required. So when we have different working styles, people will have conflicts. So when these conflicts arise, it is important that you know the differences between the members, and when you know the differences, you'll be able to prevent conflict. Some of the employees in organizations, they thrive in a structure and routine environment, while others prefer in a spontaneous working in a spontaneous approach. So when these preferences also clash, there will be tensions, there will be anxiety that will affect collaboration and productivity. Then another issue is scarcity of resources. Resource limitations is a reality in organizations, and this can often lead to conflicts. Resource can be in terms of technology tools or devices that are supposed to be used or shared amongst the group or team members. So when people find themselves competing for scarce resources, it also become a major source of conflict, as this might reflect divergence in terms of interests, and this can lead to disputes over project allocations, workload, and priorities. So it is extremely important that as an organization you address the resource allocation issue in a transparent way that will help alleviate tension between the members. Then we have role ambiguity and overlap. In an organization or in a team, we have people with different roles. Example of a football team, we have the defenders, they have different roles from the attackers. So when there is an overlap between the work or role of defenders and the role of midfielders, you will find that the ambiguity in terms of roles can also breed conflict. When multiple team members believe that they are responsible for the same tasks, or when the roles are not well defined, conflicts can emerge as individuals try to vie for control and recognition. So it is extremely important to define roles and responsibilities for the members, especially in a workplace environment, so as to prevent such conflicts. Then we also have change and uncertainty in organization. Change is inevitable in organizations. For example, organizations will want to change into more useful technologies, and when these changes happen, people are likely to get into conflict because they are resistant. People don't want to shift to new technologies. They are always scared about losing jobs and so on. So when employees resist changes that are established, or changes to the established routines and procedures or management structures, this might cause friction. Then we also have the fear of the unknown and concerns about job security during periods of organizational change, and this can exacerbate conflicts. Then leadership and management styles can also be a major cause of conflict. Some styles of leadership will create friction between the team members or colleagues and their leaders. So leadership styles and the way management makes decisions can influence the prevalence of workplace conflicts. Authoritarian people who like dictating or making decisions without consulting the members. This can also be a major cause of conflict because people will not trust their leaders if they feel that their leaders do not value their opinions before making particular decisions that affect the workplace. So in summary, we've looked at workplace conflicts as a complex phenomenon, and it's also multifaceted in terms of causes. So it is important to recognize and address the root causes of conflicts, and it's essential for fostering a harmonious and productive work environment. Open communication and having clearly defined roles, diversity and inclusion initiatives, and fair resource allocation can all contribute towards reducing the potential of conflicts at the workplace. So thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in the next lecture.